If you are going to be placing your ads online, you need to know about Craigslist. Now, whether or not you have heard of Craigslist before matters not. What you must know is that it is hugely important that you understand the workings behind this huge site. Now, that's the first question here. This is the reason that there is a separate section for Craigslist, because it is quite by far the largest classified site on the planet. It is a huge, huge site. That is why you have to know Craigslist and master Craigslist. It's also free, which is the price we like, of course. In most sections, there are some sections that do charge to post ads. However, we will not be using them. So it is the biggest classified site in the world. It's completely free, and it has millions of users. Now, that is an understatement. We're talking about millions and millions and millions, and so on and so forth. You can read in your My Data Team training that over 20 million people, 20 million members per day are at the site. It's a massive site. You really, really must know Craigslist and the workings behind it. This is another very, very big reason to get into Craigslist. It's search engine friendly. And do I know that? I once put up an ad. I've put up many, many ads on Craigslist in the past. I once put up an ad that was under the term home business. Now, as you can imagine, if you search for home business in Google or Yahoo or any of the search engines, there are literally millions upon millions of sites. In fact, I can tell you 518 million sites were included in the search that I'm currently talking about at the moment. Now, I know that a billion means a different thing in different parts of the world. In some parts of the world it's 100 million, in some parts of the world it's 1,000 million, so we'll just stick to 518 million, which is a lot of websites, a lot of results for the term home business. The ad that I posted on Craigslist with home business in the title was number 2 in the organic listings. Remember the natural search engine listings we were talking about, the non-sponsored links? Out of all those ads, it was the second one that came up under the term home business. And that's not in brackets, that's not optimizing it, so to speak, just typing in home business as is, number 2. That is how important Craigslist can. That is not a typical example. Sometimes your ad will get an amazing result like that. Sometimes it won't. Again, it's hit or miss. You have to understand that. Don't get upset if your particular ad doesn't get listed for whatever reason. We're going to show you some tips and tricks on how to increase the chances of your ad being indexed with the search engines like that. But don't get worried if it doesn't. Remember, you can always place a new ad. But that's how powerful Craigslist can be. Very, very search engine friendly. And here's another good point. I know I've already said it is free, but you can also repost for free once the duration of your ad runs out. And it depends on where you're posting on how long your ad will stay live, so to speak, how long it will be live on the site. You'll have to check that out. For instance, in big cities, sometimes your ad is only live for 7 days. However, if you're in a smaller city or another part of the world or a smaller country, your ad can be live for anything up to 30 days. Again, you'll have to find that one out for yourself. But you can repost, whether it's 7 days or 30 days, it doesn't matter. You can repost for free. And that means once your ad is made up, then you don't need to do any more work to it. Once it has expired, all you need to do is press a button and it's live again. It's very, very simple, very, very powerful way of using Craigslist for, of course, the companies that you are promoting. Now, the rules. Now, rules do change. I'll get onto that in a couple of seconds, but it's very, very important that you understand and get to know the rules of Craigslist. One ad, one classified ad to one location. This is, no matter where you are in the world, that is one of the main rules of Craigslist. In other words, if you set up an account and you place an ad to Philadelphia again. So if we're talking about Philadelphia and you place an ad to a certain section of Philadelphia, you cannot place that same ad again to that section of Philadelphia. And to be honest, it's very, very unlikely that you'll be able to place that ad anywhere else. The software that Craigslist uses is highly advanced and improving all the time. So the basic rule here, rather than thinking about one ad to one location, I think that the best way to look at this is always post separate ads, no matter what location that you are posting to. Always use separate titles, always use separate ad copy. If you stick with that, then you really can't go wrong. Then nobody can flag you, and the software can't flag you for reposting similar ads. Okay, now it doesn't have to be completely different. Sometimes if you just tweak a few words here and there, you can get by that rule. However, just be aware of it. Okay, one ad to one location, or even better, just think of a separate ad and a separate title each time. Never ever, again, we talked about this earlier on in the initial classified ads posting video, never ever post to the jobs section if you are promoting a home business product or a work from home product.